moving along. Some things were just very panoramic. It was just a wide, big picture that I saw. But at this point of the dream, I was given the opportunity to see kind of from the heavens looking down on the earth. And what I saw was that I was able to see, the globe was kind of out here like this, and I was able to see very clearly many cemeteries and graveyards. Then I was brought very close to many of these graveyards, and what I saw was a very unusual thing to me, was that the ground was breaking open. Literally the dirt was breaking open kind of violently, and people were coming out of the graves. I'll tell you that as a Catholic, I prayed many, many times that I believed in the resurrection of the dead. But I don't really believe at that point, in the dream especially, that I was persuaded that that would actually happen. I know now that that's what I saw. I saw dead people resurrected from the graves. The condition that they came out was very unusual. And the other thing that was unusual is that one cemetery plot headstone would have a person come out of the dirt, and one next to it would not. It seemed to be kind of not just random, but kind of a categorized launching, so to speak, of these people out of the dirt. Again, it was very violent. It was almost as though the dirt was receiving a small explosion or something and breaking open. Everywhere I went, there was hopelessness. Nobody seemed to be happy about living. You know, I've never experienced that. I've been to a lot of public places where people are bummed out, not happy, not doing well, but not the globe in masses. I don't know, maybe you've seen that, I haven't. So this hysteria brought a complete hopelessness and total perplexity to just about everyone. The television communications were down for a period of time. Again, people have asked me, well, what do you think caused that? I'm really not positive. So this hysteria brought a complete hopelessness and total perplexity to just about everyone. I began to walk the streets in shock at the current events. The events are difficult to describe because lawlessness and fear was permeating society completely. After about 2 weeks of time, television and radio began to be back up and running. However, it was completely different than what was previously being broadcast. The broadcasts were being bombarded nearly everywhere, and they were depicting a soon-to-come new government and leadership. A man would be emerging to lead us. The man finally came on the scene, and he spoke with great eloquence. I wrote these things down exactly as I saw them. He spoke with great eloquence and charisma. He was soothing and promised answers to all current issues. This man was smooth and extremely convincing, able to solve nearly all problems. He was a consummate communicator, and he explained how this removal of people was God's judgment upon them. This rattled me in the dream. I did not understand his position. Let me tell you so you can kind of comprehend where I'm coming from. Not being a born-again Christian in the dream, when this man spoke, it began to convince me. It began to pull me into the messages. I don't know if any of you have seen old film. The rainbow money is going to be in full effect by 2003. Right now, within the next month, they're going to release the 10s, 5s, and 1s for the new money. And I'm telling you, we're right on track. We're on a fast track, actually, with these events happening. So I'm on my way to make a business transaction. And a very unusual thing happened. There was an earthquake while I was going to the bank. I was just entering the bank, and across the street from my bank was a large, tall, about 7-story building. It could be a little taller. I should have actually checked this one out. And by the way, everything I'll tell you is documented. You can check with people and names and situations if you're interested. This was a triangle-looking building. and it was all glass in its appearance. If you think back to architecture in the early 1980s, especially 1980, 81, they had just started to use all glass elevations on commercial buildings. It was just being introduced. Drive around any big city now and all glass buildings are the normal thing. It didn't used to be. Well, they were in this dream, this earthquake hit and began to shake this glass building, and it fell over and killed about 200 people. This earthquake was massive, and I know from what I saw with the globe shaking at this time that it was a worldwide earthquake.
July 15, 2026.
Hey, what you say gonna happen? Worldwide earthquake, July 15th at 6 p.m. Judgment begins at the house of God, August the 29th at 6 p.m. Jesus Christ returns to judge the world and enemies will have no more. Wait.
And killed about 200 people. This earthquake was massive, and I know from what I saw with the globe shaking at this time that it was a worldwide earthquake.
It's in some very interesting.
In that shape. Really significant. 3 big quakes in different parts of the world. Really significant. County, strong shake alerts. Thankfully, no major damage reported yet. Then a 6.9 offshore Japan. No big tsunami threat, but definitely a wake-up call. And then a 7.1 in Venezuela.